On day 1, I spawned into Minecraft deep under the sea, and for some reason, I was only a little baby sea monster. I thought I was going to be huge! How was a baby sea monster supposed to survive in the ocean? Was this some kind of joke? But I didn't have much time to think about it, because right away, a bunch of sharks with crossbows on their heads started swimming towards me. I was just a tiny little sea monster, not scary at all yet, so I thought they'd just swim on by. Whoa! And the sharks closed in. Then they cornered me, and my life flashed before my eyes, and I almost died right there and then from the cringe factor. But then, Dilly the dolphin appeared.
Quick, Buffy, come with me!
Whew! That was close! I almost died. Dilly saved my life, and I quickly decided that he'd be my best pal. This dolphin had drip. That red shirt was very cool. It made sense to be friends with the cool guy that saved my butt. I asked him about the sharks with crossbows.
They appeared recently and started chasing me and my friends around. Some fish have even gone missing, but we don't know who's taken them.
It sounded like a real mystery and something I wanted to check out later on. But first, I needed to find some food. On days 2 to 5, my health was still super low, so I had to be really careful. I found some fish and some seaweed, which tasted okay, but it had nothing on my local sushi restaurant. Dilly even showed me a place where I could shelter and introduced me to his friends. We're swimming. I was so slow with these little fins, I couldn't wait to get massive. With some food and health on board and the shelter, we had to go and find out where those sharks with crossbows came from. And where the missing sea creatures went. Day 6, we were being real sneaky, trying to keep to the shadows. Because if these sharks saw us first, I was never gonna see the surface again. We weren't going to escape a second time, and those crossbow bolts looked sharper than my mother-in-law. There! They were coming closer and closer. I was praying they wouldn't see us just yet, so we could follow them and find out where they were coming from.
Let's go!
We could only watch on as the gang of sharks with crossbows on their heads captured a poor little squid and took him away. What the heck were they doing?
We have to follow them, come on!
It was time to be detectives and was determined to be the Sherlock Holmes of this Minecraft ocean. Let's go! Looked like I was out of a job, completely disappeared. How is that even possible? Me and Dilly were stumped.
I'm stumped!
Days 8 to 14. I spent the next week getting stronger and stronger. I was building a better shelter, mining some stone, so that I'd be protected from the sharks if they decided to attack. My home was like a fortress. I also went exploring and met a ton of different sea creatures. All in all, despite the problem of the sharks with the crossbows, I was liking being under the ocean. On day 15, I found an abandoned village. Deep under the water. Crazy, huh? I had to check it out. There could have been anything there. Maybe some kind of secret gems. Or a potion that would make me bigger. I was still way too small to take on those sharks. It was weird because there were no fish around. It was so quiet. A bit creepy, if I'm being completely honest. More stone for my wall! Oh, I knew there was something weird about this place. The drowned! There were too many of them, so I had to flee again. Man, I hated being so small and weak. I vowed to come back and seek revenge. I'm swimming.
Buffy, I need your help! One of my friends is stuck in the cave and we can't get him out!
Let's go! It's time to test out my strength.
He's in there! Help me! It's so dark!
Here goes nothing. I hacked away at the rocks. It was tough and took a long time, but I got him free.
Thank you, Buffy! You're a hero!
Quick, run! I mean, swim!
Ah! Split up!
I should be safe here. Whoa! I'm gonna have to try and give this silly shark a smacking! Oh man, I had to get out of there! If any more sharks came, I was going to be sushi! Day 16 to 25. Everything started to get a bit creepier. More and more creatures were missing, and the sharks were roaming the sea like they owned it. I had to find Dilly, and we had to do something about these sharks! Once and for all! Dilly? What's wrong?
They took him! The sharks took all of my friends!
Oh, we have to do something! Come on! Let's find out where they are coming from! On day 27, we waited and waited. And waited. It was pretty boring. I wish we had some cards handy, but I don't know how we would have played without hands.
There!
Where the heck are they going? We couldn't lose them again. There was too much at stake. Steak. I really was missing some food from the surface.
Come on, Buffy. We must be close.
There!
Wow!
We can see all the captured sea creatures down there, and even a submarine.
There's even a submarine.
Then we saw the evil guy behind it all. Uh-oh, this weirdo spotted us. We had to flee again. I felt like such a noob. But there was no way we could beat the submarine and all those sharks.
Come back here, noobs. I'm Clive, and I'm gonna get you and add you to my sea creature collection.
You go, Buffy. Only you can save everyone and find the Megalodon.
The what? I had no idea what Dilly was on about. And he turned around and swam at Clive. And the sharks, they grabbed him, but Dilly bought me enough time to escape. Dilly, thank you for your service. If I could salute him, I would. But flippers don't salute, apparently. Day 28 to 35. The next week was pretty lonely. I wasn't sure how to tackle Clive and his sharks and Free Dilly and the other sea creatures. And there was no one to talk to. Cod don't exactly hold a conversation. Plus, I needed them so I could eat and survive. And stock more food. Thanks, Lil Cod. And then, on day 36, I found a monument. Maybe there were some answers in here. Or some help. I was getting creepy vibes. But I continued on into the monument. It was dark, but I kept going deeper. Suddenly, a huge voice rang out.
Buffy, you come seeking knowledge.
What was that? It sounded like some huge sea creature, probably ready to trap me and eat me. Yes, please. I need some help.
Come deeper into the monument, and you will receive the truth.
Righto, I kept going, partly because I was lost and didn't even know how to get out.
I am waiting for you in the main chamber.
Hello? Where are you?
Welcome to my life. I am the wise turtle.
Oh my gosh, I was pretty surprised. How did this tiny turtle get such a huge voice? What was his secret?
Enough dilly-dallying. You wish to defeat Clive and free the sea creature.
Yes, I do, but I'm not strong enough.
No, you need help, and I know who can help you.
Really? I really wanted to know.
First, you must defeat the guardians of this monument. Prove to me that you have what it takes.
Yes, sir. So I was just waiting there in this dark chamber when the guardians attacked. These puffer fish were pretty strong, but I smashed them up. I replenished my health.
Well done, little sea monster. Now, to truly prove yourself, you must defeat my elder guardian.
This was gonna be a little harder. I was pretty nervous about this one. It was gonna be my biggest challenge yet. Did I have what it takes? There was only one way to find out. Let's bone this noob. Uh-oh. Bow! Take that!
Bravo, Buffy. Bravo.
Now where do I get this help?
You must travel to the deepest parts of the ocean and find...
Find what?
Oh, sorry. Find the Megalodon.
The Megalodon?
Yes, he's really quite pleasant. But if he doesn't want to be found, you will not see him.
Okay. So there I was, needing to travel to the deepest part of the ocean and find the Megalodon. This was turning into a real adventure. I spent days 37 to 50 trying to find the Megalodon. I went as deep as I could and even called out his name. A lot. But he never appeared. And there were some real weird sea creatures down in this deep water. All kinds of tropical fish. It seemed as though Clive and his sharks with crossbows on their heads hadn't made it down this deep. Yet. And then, on day 51, I was just swimming along, minding my own business, doing my thing. Wham! Wow! This was awesome! I'd never seen a Megalodon before. With this guy's help, we'd definitely be able to destroy Clive and the sharks. But I asked and asked and asked and explained the situation. But the Megalodon simply said,
No!
Eventually he just swam away and was left on my own. Again! Just a tiny sea monster all alone against Clive and the sharks. So with nothing left to do, I had to train. Day 52 to 60. I was getting stronger, but it still wasn't enough. I decided to go back to that wise sea turtle and see what else he could tell me. I also kind of wanted to find out if he was putting on that voice. Day 61. I went on in, just like last time, but I couldn't find the turtle anywhere. I do know what he was doing, but he was being real annoying. So I just went back to my shelter to have a think. Well, that was bad timing. I couldn't do anything without these sharks killing me, so I became a prisoner. I arrived in Clive's underwater prison on day 62. I was happy to see that Dilly was safe. But when I found out about Clive's plans, I didn't feel so good.
Hello, Buffy.
This guy even knew my name. What a weirdo! I wanted to beat him up, right there and then. But I knew the sharks would get me before I could even lay a hand. I mean a flipper.
My evil plan is to sell all of the exotic creatures to players above the surface. They will pay well, especially for a unique creature like yourself.
What a freak! Clive, listen. I'm gonna destroy you and your base and free all the sea creatures. How does that sound?
Take him away, boys.
I spent the next week stuck in prison with Dilly. So boring. This isn't how I thought I was going to spend my days in the ocean. I did my best to smash through the prison, but I wasn't strong enough. And the sharks were always around, patrolling. And Clive was super weird. He just stared at me and the other fish all day. So strange. I really didn't like this guy. They started to assemble a huge army of sharks. And Clive's submarine, which looked kinda indestructible. I wondered where they were going.
We're assembling the biggest underwater army ever, so we can storm the ocean depths and capture even more sea creatures.
Right, that made sense. I kinda like how this dude always reveals his plans without anyone asking. Pretty handy. And now we had to thwart Clive's plans. But how? We were just chilling on day 71. So bored. When suddenly the wise turtle appeared.
Buffy!
Where the heck had he been? I had no idea, but I wasn't about to complain. Actually, I was pretty excited to see him. I needed someone new to talk to.
I have this key for you. Take it and save the world!
This turtle was pretty dramatic, but he was saving me here. I took the key and waited for the right moment. I'm free! I'll be back for you, Dilly! I had to leave the others there, so that it would take Clive longer to react. Now, one more thing. I smashed up this submarine a little bit, so that it wouldn't work. Now it should take Clive a bit more time before he can swim out to the ocean depths and capture more poor sea creatures. Sneaky. On day 72, I returned to the ocean depths to convince the Megalodon to help us. This time, I wasn't going to take no for an answer. I explained to him that Clive and his sharks were on the way, that they were going to take all the sea creatures from the depths and sell them to the players up above the sea. He laughed, saying that there's no way they'd be able to take him. Maybe not, but if they couldn't take him, they'd definitely kill him. I tried to impress him with my swimming skills. I was getting really good. But still, the Megalodon just didn't want to help. So I begged and begged and begged.
Bring me 1,000 fish.
Finally, he said that if I could bring him 1,000 fish to eat, then he'd consider helping me. Okay, I spent the next week chasing fish all around the ocean, trying to get as many as I could for the Megalodon to eat. They weren't too hard to catch, and I couldn't resist eating a few myself. Eventually, I started using other fish as bait. I caught more and more and more of the fish. And by the end of the week, I had collected 1,000 fish for the Megalodon. Now, will you help me?
Fine.
Awesome! Let's go smash up Clive's base and free the other sea creatures!
Not so fast. You're way too small. You're puny.
Why was he laughing at me? Sure, I was tiny and he was huge, but I packed a punch. I just killed 1,000 fish for him.
You must train, and you must eat like I ate. Then you will be big. Plus, there is a magic potion you can drink to help. Once upon a time, I was a tiny Megalodon. Then I drank the potion, and turn into the magnificent, handsome beast I am today.
Right, dude. Well, I wasn't gonna argue. Clearly his system worked. Day 81 to day 90. I learned from the Megalodon that if I don't eat, I won't grow. So I ate and ate and ate and ate and trained so hard. We were fighting the toughest creatures we could find. And Megalodon taught me to be the best sea monster that I could be. And it really helped me. Soon, I felt like I was ready to drink the potion and size up.
You are ready.
So we swam to the monument and met the wise turtle. Again! This guy had everything. But I wasn't sure why he didn't give me the magical potion last time I was here. What a weird dude, huh?
Welcome, Buffy. And I am not weird. You are not ready.
Whatever you say, turtle.
I say many things, most of which are wise, and some of which
Or what? This turtle was really struggling to stick with us.
Anyway, here is the potion. This will level you up so that you're a huge sea monster, capable of, well, almost anything.
Awesome! This was gonna be so sick. I couldn't wait. I took the potion from the turtle and drank it up, all in one. I think I even ate the bottle. Oh well. Yo, what happened? Am I a squid now? What has this turtle done? I knew I shouldn't have trusted him. He was way too old and didn't even know what time of day it was. Wow! Finally! This is awesome! I've been waiting ages to be an actual scary sea monster. Thanks, little wise turtle. Turtle? Time to test out my skills. Whoa! I was so powerful! But where was Megalodon? I needed his help! Megalodon! Where are you? Poor old turtle. Oh well. What are you doing, Megalodon?
Me scared. The sharks are so scary.
You're scared? But how are you going to help me destroy Clive if you're scared of the sharks? This was a disaster.
I don't like fighting.
I could do a lot of the fighting now, but Clive had so many sharks, plus his submarine. This was going to take some more muscle. I needed Megalodon. So, I had to show him how to be tough. Come on, Megalodon! I've got some noobs to destroy. On day 92, I decided to show Megalodon how to fight. And at the same time, I was going to take revenge on those drowned that scared me off when I was still tiny. They didn't know what was going to hit them. Now, Megalodon, just go down there and smash up a few of the drowned.
Okay.
Surely Megalodon could handle a few drowned, but no, clearly not. I was going to have to do this myself. Take that! Hiya! I was way too strong for these drowned, and I took my sweet, sweet revenge on these noobs. It was very satisfying. No one makes me run away. And I hardly took any damage at all. I was definitely ready to face Clive and his sharks. But about Megalodon, I needed to snap him out of his funk. Stat! Come on, Megalodon. What's the problem? Why are you so scared?
It all happened long ago, when I was a tiny little Megalodon. I was teased all the time by the bigger sea creatures. They made fun of how small I was. They said I'd never be strong enough to beat anyone. So now, I still feel like that.
Ah, that was why you made me bring all those fish. You didn't think you could kill them yourself?
No.
Okay, well, how about you come with me to Clive's base anyway, and just act scary? Can you pretend?
Okay, I'll try.
Just remember, the sharks are more scared of you than you are of them.
Thanks, Buffy. You're the best.
And on day 93, with only a week left as a sea monster, Megalodon and I headed towards Clive's base. I only hoped it wasn't going to be too late to save Dilly and the other sea creatures. It was a long journey, and I forgot how long. By the end of it, I was ready for a nap. But by day 94, we made it to Clive's base. We hid in the nearby seaweed at first, scanning the base and deciding on the best plan of attack. We ate a lot, stored up our food, and made sure we were ready for the battle. I explained the situation to Megalodon, how the sea creatures were all locked up and they were going to be sold to players up on the surface. We thought and thought and thought, but couldn't come up with a good plan. How were we going to defeat Clive? But even though Megalodon was scared, he came up with a cunning plan. I was impressed. He even decided to use his fear as a weapon. He really had come a long way. On day 95, we hatched our plan. Megalodon was like the rarest sea creature in the ocean, so Clive would love to have him in his collection. Oh no! No! Now they've captured Megalodon! The only one strong enough to smash through the prison and escape! Now all I had to do was lure Clive away while everyone got out, and then we could begin the most epic underwater battle there ever was in Minecraft. Let's go! Ha! Too easy, dumb sharks! They will do whatever I want!
Woohoo! Let's go!
Go, go, Megalodon! Woo! Now let's bomb these noobs!
Defeat these losers! They're simply my playthings! You are mighty sharks with crossbows on your heads!
Megalodon was actually really good at fighting when he put his mind to it. We were lucky to have him in our team, that's for sure. I was able to save Dilly's life, just like he saved mine.
You'll never defeat me, fools! My submarine is too strong! Uh-oh! My base is impregnable! You'll never be able to break through it!
Clive didn't understand how strong me and Megalodon were. We were sea monsters, big creatures of the deep. Nothing could stop us.
Uh-oh! Come on, guys, I didn't mean to hurt anyone. It was all for a joke. Didn't you think it was funny?
I didn't hear anyone laughing, so we kept smashing up Clive's underwater base, and eventually, he swam away.
I'll be back one day. Jokes!
Megalodon!
It was just a joke, I swear!
Take that!
No!
Finally, the threat was gone, and all of the sea creatures were safe again. We did it! Yeah, let's go, man! Woohoo! I have to say, 99 days in Minecraft as a sea monster was pretty cool. But wait, I still had one day left. Day 100. I spent the day with my new friends. We just cruised around, enjoying the ocean being back to normal. I also rebuilt my fortress, so Dilly and his dolphins would have a great place to live. They'd be protected from any sharks or other nasty creatures.
Thanks, Buffy! You're the best!
Then, it was time to go. Definitely won't be eating sushi for a while.